acceptable to a reader with an ordinary, balanced mind?
I'm not prepared to say. It's a question of taste, and temperament, and individuality. I should say that one man's poetry is another man's poison.
Yes, I dare say. But in this poem by Lord Alfred Douglas, Two Loves, there is one love, true love, which, and I quote, fills the hearts of boy and girl with mutual flame. And there is another, I am the love that dare not speak its name. Was that poem explained to you?
I think it's clear.
There's no question as to what it means?
Most certainly not.
So is it not clear that the love described relates to natural and unnatural love?
No.
Oh. Then what is the love that dare not speak its name?
The love that dare not speak its name in this century is such a great affection of an elder for a younger man as there was between David and Jonathan, such as Plato made the very basis of his philosophy, and such as you may find in the sonnets of Michelangelo and Shakespeare. It is in this century misunderstood. So much misunderstood that it may be described as the love that dare not speak its name. And on account of it, I am placed where I am now. It is beautiful. It is fine. It is the noblest form of affection. There is nothing unnatural about it. It is intellectual. And it repeatedly exists between an elder and a younger man. When the elder has intellect, and the younger man has all the joy, hope, and glamour of life before him. That it should be so, the world does not understand. The world mocks at it, and sometimes puts one in the pillory for it.
Oscar Wilde, the crime of which you have been convicted is so bad that I shall pass the severest sentence that the law will allow. In my judgment, it is totally inadequate for such a case as this. It is the worst case I have ever tried. The sentence of the court is that you will be imprisoned and held to hard labor for 2 years.
Shame. Pervert.
A slim thing, gold-haired like an angel, stands always at my side. He moves in the gloom like a white flower. I thought but to defend him from his father. I thought of nothing else. my life seems to have gone from me. I'm caught in a terrible net. But so long as I think he is thinking of me, my sweet rose, my delicate flower, my lily of lilies, it is in prison that I shall test the power of love. I shall see if I can't make the bitter waters sweet by the intensity of the love I bear you.
He asked me not to change. Those were his last words to me. Don't change.
Well, things are going to have to change when he comes out. He'll have no money at all.
So you're blaming me too now, are you?
I'm not blaming anyone. Bosie, you're not the only person on this earth Oscar cares about.
You've always hated me, Robbie. Because Oscar loved and still loves me when you were never more than one of his boys. I'm suffering just as much as he is, you know. My life's ruined too. I'm much younger than he is. I've hardly had any life and it's ruined already. When Oscar gets out, we'll live together properly. We'll take a villa somewhere near here. Posillipo or Ischia.
Or Capri.
I'll take care of him. I'll give him everything he wants. I love him, Robbie. Oscar's mine, and I'm going to have him.
Years went over, and the giant grew very old and very feeble. He couldn't play about anymore, so he sat in a huge armchair and watched the children at their games and admired his garden. I have many beautiful flowers, he said, but the children are the most beautiful flowers of all.
I'm afraid Cyril has got some idea of why you're here. I'm sending him to school in Germany. I can't manage them on my own.
Your back isn't better then?
No, not really. I may have to have an operation.
What I've done to you and the boys, I can't. I shall never forgive myself. If we could choose our natures, if we could only choose, but it's no use. Whatever our natures are, we must fulfill them. Or our lives, my life, would have been filled with dishonesty. Even more dishonesty than there actually was. I've always loved you, Constance. You must believe me.
I don't see how you can have done. Not truly. Not if all the time.
I didn't know. Know thyself, I used to say. I didn't know myself. I didn't know. I suppose you want a divorce. You have every reason.
I've been thinking when you do come out, when they let you out, you can go to Switzerland or Italy, write another play, get yourself back. You can. You're so clever, you can. Oscar, I don't want a divorce.
Will you ever let me see the children again?
Of course. But there must be one condition. Oscar, you must never see Bertie again.
If I saw Bertie now, I'd kill him.
The children love you, Oscar. They'll always love you. Did anyone tell you they've been performing Salome in Paris?
The giant hastened across the grass and came near to the child. And when he came quite close, his face grew red with anger. And he said, "Who hath dared to wound thee?" For on the palms of the child's hands were the prints of 2 nails, and the prints of 2 nails were on his little feet. "Who hath dared to wound thee?" cried the giant. "Tell me that I may take my big sword and slay him." "Nay," answered the child, "but these are the wounds of love."
Rosie thinks I'm jealous.
I think it will come as a shock to Bosie to realize that even he is relatively unimportant in the scheme of things. But no doubt, Bosie will be remembered as long with Oscar. Unfortunately.
I sometimes wonder if I hadn't pushed him into...
Don't. Oscar was very lucky to meet you, Robbie. Think who else it might have been. Oh, I'll have that one, thank you. Must you go abroad again at once?
I shouldn't be here now.
But has he got anywhere to go when he's released?
It'll have to be in France. I'm going to see what I can arrange.
But here, when he leaves prison.
Goodbye, Mr. Harris.
Right, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Snow. Thank you.
Oscar.
My dear Sphinx. How marvelous of you to know what hat to wear at 7 in the morning to meet a friend who's been away. No, I'll keep this.
What is it?
It's a letter to Bosie, telling him how I love him but can never see him again. I'm going to ask Robbie to have it copied out before I send it. I rather fear Bosie might throw it on the fire. I call it De Profundis. It comes from the very depths. I know not whether laws be right,